Hi Pisces, this is your monthly reading for February for Sun, Moon, and Rising. Please keep in mind that this is a general reading and this will not resonate for every single Pisces out there. Alright, you guys, let's see what is happening for my Pisces for the month of November for Sun, Moon, and Rising. So a lot of you guys, for the month of February, I feel like you guys are going to be stressing over things. It feels like some of you guys are kind of indecisive about something, which feels like when I think about the Two of Pentacles versus because it almost feels like the twos are always juggling something. You know, there's always something that is either between one another, like it's something reciprocated, or it's something that has to do with the polarity of what should I choose or decide. And I feel like for a lot of my Pisces, that's what's happening for a lot of you guys. You guys are really going to be focusing this month on the should I do this or should I not do this? It's like, should I be practical? Because if you look at this, it's like this is like etherical and this is like the physical, right? So it's like she's juggling between the two. For some of you guys, it's like you're trying to learn to become more down to earth and practical, but at the same time very spiritual and very high vibe. So I feel like a lot of you guys, because even here you're seeing a little bit of that ethereal, it's like you're focusing so much on what is happening in the physical, but something is going to kind of come through and wipe that for you. I think a lot of you guys for the month of February, Pisces, is really going to go within and focus on things that you feel like some of you guys might be reminiscing on things that you wish you would have started or you wish you would have invested in. And then don't get lost in that type of a mindset for the month of February if you can. Try not to focus on the lack of things. A lot of you guys are wishing that you can start something, but feeling like you don't have the resources or the means to do it. But you guys do. You guys have the Magician upright. I feel like you guys, in the past, you've had a lot of disappointments or things maybe just didn't work out for you. But now it is. Because I feel like a lot of you guys, you learn from past mistakes. And you know not to let that hold you back. And I feel like the wheel is turning in your guys' favor. A lot of you guys have avoided conflict with people. I think some of you guys have tried to take the high road. You've tried to work on yourselves. A lot of you guys are struggling, though, letting certain things go, which is whatever is tied here to this devil. I feel like you're having a hard time really letting a specific cycle in your life here, Pisces, leave. And that's what's causing you guys to have less clarity, is because you are, and that's what's beautiful, is I feel like some of you guys are really going to figure that out. But I feel like this devil is attached to that Ace of Pentacles. So I think that that's some kind of habit or some type of belief that you guys are holding that isn't serving you guys. And that's what's keeping you guys from really manifesting what it is that you truly want. Because I feel like luck is on your side. The universe is on your guys' side. But you're needing to learn to have faith and trust in yourself here, Pisces. You guys are wanting to go within, because I feel like a lot of you are aware that, I think a lot of you are already like obviously aware that your external reality kind of shows you how you are internally. But the issues that you guys seem to have is you might not know where that source is coming from. So say if something bad happens in your life, you might kind of wonder like, well, why is that happening? And you might try and find a way inside of you like why that would be happening. But maybe I'm sensing a lack of clarity about a specific thing. And it's kind of keeping you guys from really letting go and moving forward. And it's because of the beliefs that you tell yourself, whatever this situation is, it's attached to the devil, because there's some form of where you've let something take away your power, Pisces. And this month in February, you're going to learn to slowly shift that out and to become more willing to take back your power. Because I feel like you guys, you have the power to control whatever this is. See, I think that a lot of you guys, you focus on what you're going, like, what the end result is for. So, for instance, okay, maybe you were in a lot of conflict with people, or whatever the situation was, so you tried to pull back your energy and really recenter yourself, figure out what was best for you, really trying to ground yourself. Maybe you had people talking to you, telling you what to think or what to believe, and you, Pisces, had to really center yourself, really know why maybe you're in it with other people, why you argue or why you hold on to certain things. And I think that because this is a lot of fire, this is a lot of fiery energy, I feel like a lot of you guys, this is something that has been kind of bugging you, is maybe there's a sense of shame or guilt. There's some type of emotional disruption going on in your life here. But I'm really getting that a lot of you guys, you try to, it's like you try to communicate to people so that they will understand and reciprocate back to you. But maybe you always feel disappointed because maybe you always feel like you're always misunderstood, Pisces, because you're around people that choose to interpret that, to misunderstand you. And maybe because you've been around people growing up that have been like that to you, you just believe that you're so different that you just can't fit in. But that's not true, Pisces. You can fit into a group of people. In fact, I feel like a lot of you guys are more charismatic than you even think or give yourself credit for. There's something that popped. Oh, I swear. But you just don't see that. You don't see it. See, I had to keep fishing for this because you don't see your value or your worth or what it is that you contribute. So a lot of you guys are missing out, and you don't realize how dependent you are, how other people can rely on you, Pisces. Maybe you don't see how talented you really are, how victorious you really are, how you can change communication with people. I feel like a lot of you guys, Pisces, are really good at communicating, or really good at understanding your own, like maybe not so much your own thoughts, but maybe being able to collect your emotions, Pisces. You're really good at that. You have a very high EQ. Maybe that's one of the things, is you can walk into a room and you can pick up on other people's energies, and you can kind of like adapt to that. You can change that. And maybe that's why you can like know when to say certain things or when not to say certain things. So you need to work that as a muscle, build that skill level, because I feel like what's happening for a lot of you guys is you don't realize how much you can really bring to the table, how much you can really offer your family and your friends and your loved ones, because you offer stability, you offer financial support, and you are so willing to heal even when there's damage. You are willing to work with people, and you are willing to take accountability for your own mistakes when you feel like you need to, or when you feel like you have to. You guys have a leadership role that you guys don't even realize, because maybe you feel like it's almost like you believe that you don't have what it takes in a way. So it's like with this Magician, you still have two blocked energies. So even though you're very powerful, it's like you're not manifesting the stuff you want right now, Pisces, because you're blocking your own abundance, because you are juggling between, it's almost like you're juggling between like what to do and what not to do. It's like you're juggling between the actions, the thoughts of what to do. I think some of you guys have always wanted to be the fixer, or like just be the solution. You always grew up maybe having ideas on how to fix a problem, and maybe nobody really listened to you or really paid attention. But I feel like a lot of you guys are very keen on detail, and you're really good at paying attention to people and people's surroundings. I also get that you could be around people that are really biased, or they hold on to their own beliefs so much that I feel like it kind of ruins the relationship you have with people around you, because people around you, they cling to the familiarity, they cling to their beliefs. And that's something that is really bothering you guys, because maybe in your mind, you don't want to be the bad guy, or you don't want to be like considered a rebel. But some of my Pisces, you really want to break out of the norm, or you want to break out of the container that other people have put you in. And for the month of February, you're almost feeling that. And I think that's what that devil is the sense of the mask or part of yourself that you identify with is no longer a part of your genetic makeup. It's no longer a part of who you are. So you need to let that part of you fade away in order for you to gain something new. And I'm really getting that for a lot of you, especially with that 9 and the 9. You're coming close to an end, but you're needing to learn to let go and to surrender to the process of saying, you know what? I can evolve, and it's okay to evolve, and other people can have their opinions. Other people can say what they want to say, but I shouldn't let that affect me. I'm independent. I'm strong. I can do what I know is best for me. And I feel like for a lot of you guys, that's the fear, is what people are going to say, what people are going to think. But you need to be content with yourself. That's why that devil is there. I feel like it's that attachment, that codependency to needing other people to validate that you exist in a way, right? Like you needing other people to validate that you are good to be here, that you mean something, right? Like we all want to feel like our existence is meaningful. And I think that that's kind of why you kept this mask or this facade or whatever this is for you, Pisces. It's like you're letting go of a part of yourself. It's like you're evolving to a next phase. And that's why I feel like you're evolving to that next phase. You're turning back into a page, going back through it, because you're now evolving. You've reached a certain enlightenment about yourself. And because of that, other people around you are questioning maybe the way you are acting or thinking, or people might see that you're dressing differently, or you just want to change something about yourself, and you're just afraid of how other people are going to handle that. And you know what? You do what's best for you. Don't worry about how others will handle it. Because I feel like, with that impartiality, you guys have been around people who maybe they always take from you, or they always have to give their 2 cents about you. And it feels like it's a very imbalanced relationships. So I feel like you evolving and shifting, Pisces, is either going to make these people have to level up, or they're going to lose you in a way. And maybe that's something that's keeping you guys from really wanting to express yourselves, because maybe you're afraid of losing certain people. But I feel like you're going to be upgrading your life, and you're upgrading parts of yourself, and you deserve to be happy, and you deserve to move forward, because you are discovering yourself. You're discovering new avenues, new parts of yourself that maybe you didn't know about, and you've been complacent for too long, and maybe you're aware of that. So you're really learning to shift that. You're really learning to change parts of yourself here, Pisces. And I think that a lot of you guys are really opening up more to your spiritual side of yourself. You're really following that intuition or your gut feeling. And I think that that's what's reaching you guys to a state of enlightenment, because we all have those moments where we become enlightened, even if it's just for a second. And we kind of understand where we gain that clarity, that sense of self, and it really helps us. But for some people, they might sense that, or they might sense parts of you, and maybe you're dealing with people who gossip about you, Pisces, or you're just afraid of the gossip. But there's no point in wearing that type of facade, because I feel like it was destiny for you to see the people that you were around, and that parts of yourself was a facade. And learning to let that go is a sense of form of enlightenment. Learning to accept where you are, that's a form of enlightenment in a way, because being able to appreciate where you are now, and knowing even though I can still improve and still grow, I still accept me for me and this moment, that's very empowering. And I feel like for some of you guys, you're going to reach some form of that in the month of February, or you're going to be gaining up to something like that. So we also have a round and around, an unfinished symphony, and we have a 10. So we have a 10, and then if we break down the 5 to the 2, that's a 7. So I feel like some of you guys, 7s are very, I gained the knowledge, I understand it now, and I can move forward. Because 7s are all about gaining self-awareness, gaining knowledge. And I feel like for a lot of you guys, you're ending cycles with that 10. You're ending the way that you view things. We also have the bottom of the deck here, a loyal heart. So you guys going through this was really helping you see who you really are. And with that around and around, you guys would go around and around on one specific topic, or even just like this cycle, to where you realized, you know, I need to let go. I need to tie up loose ends. So for a lot of you guys, you're tying up the loose ends, and that's going to really help you in February when you start to do that, when you start to tie up the loose ends, realizing, you know, I thought I closed a cycle out, but maybe I need to relook at it. Maybe I just glossed over it last time, and I really need to learn and understand and grasp this. And that's kind of what I'm getting with that unfinished symphony, because I feel like it's something you can do. Even if another person was involved, I feel like you can still get the closure, or you can still close out this cycle by yourself without having to have somebody near you. I think this is also teaching you, Pisces, who is loyal to you and who isn't, but also you being aware of, you need to be loyal to your own heart, and you need to be loyal to yourself. Know that you need to protect yourself, Pisces, if you feel like you need to, and don't be afraid to say no, and don't feel guilty about that either. Learning to have self-respect and having dignity in yourself, because it's time for you guys to let go of this cycle, because I think a lot of you guys have thought things through, because especially with that Hermit card, and we have that Thinker there, I believe that you guys have really thought this through, and you really basically have grasped the knowledge. You're gaining insight and awareness, and that's what I think that enlightenment moment is going to really be for you guys, is just really acknowledging that you don't really need anybody to fulfill you, that you had it all along. It's just required you guys to really have to work towards that, to really have to put yourself forward, you know? And I think that that's what's really was difficult for you, was to almost let go of the parts of you that no longer resonated. Letting go of habits and bad behaviors that slow you down. Pull some closing cards here for my Pisces. All right, you guys. We have here sanctity. Through offering, even the most mundane problem can become a sacrament. So even the most mundane things, you can turn it into a form of meditation or a form of enlightenment in yourself, right? Like, you can learn to enjoy the things that you do, and you can learn to become okay with doing even the most mundane things and still feel happy and content within yourself, knowing that you don't need anything else but what you already have. And I think that's really what I'm getting there with that kind of card. I also have flow. Allow me, divine, to move with the flow and to respond with calmness and peace. So really going with the flow, allowing yourself to get swept up at times, knowing that even though it's scary to feel like you lose a sense of control, we never really have control in the first place here, Pisces. So I feel like learning to realize that, you know, sometimes going, like, if, for instance, if somebody was going to get in a car accident or something, or even any accident, technically, if you are tensing up, chances are you're more likely to break bones, or you're more likely to get very seriously injured compared to the person who's relaxed at the moment of, like, an injury, where they're more likely to be a lot less harmed because they're in that moment and they allow what's coming towards them to come towards them, even if it's scary. It's like surrendering in the moment really helps free you from further injury, from further damage. When you learn to just trust that things are going to be okay no matter what, even if it looks negative, where is that silver lining? Because the silver lining is what's going to really it's what's really going to help propel you forward, realizing that there's always a blessing in something. Even if it looks bad at the moment, there's always a blessing that comes with it. So instead of looking at the negative, how can we focus more on the positive? And I think that's what going with the flow is, really, when it comes down to it, is allowing yourself to let whatever is happening happen around you, but learn to maneuver around it and learn to look at it from an advantage point instead of a disadvantage. We also have energetic clearing. During crisis, the Holy One herself may be emptying you to fear and attachments, prepare you to receive her harmonious plan. So it's almost like when you're clearing your energy, what's happening is a lot of fears, a lot of insecurities right now might be popping up for a lot of my Pisces. And what's really happening is a lot of it's just energetically clearing you to help you, like, shake you till you let go of that fear and realize that there's nothing to truly fear. And really allow yourself to be in that moment and to ground yourself is really going to help you be able to get the next thing, be able to move forward where you need to go. So learning to clear your energy, willing to move past the fear, don't let things hold you back, willing to progress in life. Stop telling the same story over and over again. Allow yourself to change the story. Allow yourself to be a different person, to allow yourself to let other people respond the way that they're going to respond, and just know that you're going to be okay no matter what happens, because Spirit and God always has your back. And when you come from that type of a knowing, and when you come from that type of a space, energy can kind of flow more freely through you and allow it to leave your body without it being stuck. And so a lot of you guys, you're clearing out old patterns and old beliefs and old stuffed up feelings that are coming up to the surface so that you can let it go, so that new things and better things can happen for you. So that's what I have for my Pisces for the month of February. I hope that this resonates for you guys. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Hope you guys have a great and wonderful day. Thank you. Bye.